Black Desert Online. A game full of life, full of adventure, full of guilds competing over territory. It is a game where you can do basically whatever you want. You can fish, you can hunt, you can become a horse breeder, you can farm, you can become an alchemist, you can become a wealthy businessman through your workers. But it doesn't stop there. The guild system in this game is one of the best in any MMO I've ever played. There are guild missions, there are PvP sieges that are absolutely insane because of the combat system in this game. You know what? Why don't I just show you? Some of the things you will see in Black Desert are some things that you would never expect to see in an MMO. Like this view overlooking the ocean with all these boats, a town full of people. Basically its own life separate from yours. It's ridiculous how in-depth they went with this game. So in-depth to the point that it is just such... like look at this on the ground here. When you're jumping around on the ground in a puddle, there's even footprint marks left behind. There's that much detail in the game world. Now, that's not to say that the graphics are perfect. There is a very, very bad pop-in that everyone just deals with because of how good the game is at its core. But some of the exploration and adventure and the scenery you see is ridiculous. Like, for example, this city, this gigantic freaking city that kills your frame rate, mind you, but has some of the best visuals you will ever see in an MMO ever. I mean, the city's so detailed. There's tons of NPC guards, there's tons of civilians, there's horses parked in the street from random players like there always will be. There's quests everywhere, you know, there's tons and tons of things to do in this game other than just grind. And honestly, it is one of the most immersive games that I have ever experienced as well. I mean, it does. People can say it's not really that immersive, but when it actually comes down to it, Black Desert, you feel like you are a part of the world. Something a lot of MMOs really don't do well with, except for, you know, World of Warcraft, for example, because that was just like, you know, that was their thing, is they had one of the best, you know, worlds. Well, this game, the world, you feel like you're a huge part of it, because everything you do, everything you pick up, all loot you do, your level, your experience, everything you're doing affects the world somehow. Your experience affects the world in a way that, because when you join a guild, around level 50 is usually when you join a guild, you become stronger, and that guild then, you know, goes to war with different other guilds, and you affect the world. You claim land, per se, and you get taxes based on that land. And it's really in-depth, guys. It's really in-depth. Like, example here, this town is called Trent. This is a woodworking town. Look at all the NPCs running around. You know, it's not a dead town like some other MMOs have it be. It's so active. It's just it looks absolutely insane. I mean, to be able to play in a world this in depth blew even my mind when I started playing this game. I mean, look at this. How often do you ever see a gigantic tree walking through a forest like this? No other MMO really ever did something like this. And that's what makes this game so immersive. Now, let's talk about something that everyone hates about BDO, and that is the gearing system. Oh god, don't get me started on the gearing system. The gearing system in this game is a love-hate relationship, okay? It keeps you playing, but it does so in a way that'll make you rage quit at times. When you upgrade things in Black Desert, there is a very, very high RNG fail rate no matter what level you do things at, as long as you are past +7 on weapons and +5 on armor. And the higher you go, the more likely things fail. The way Black Desert handles the marketplace is there is no trading in this game. It is all ran through this marketplace. The marketplace has set prices and min and max prices, so you can sell at mostly min price, but if an item is rare, you can usually sell it at max price. Now, the most common misconception about Black Desert is that it is pay to win. No, it is not pay to win. Now, it felt like it was going to be at a certain point, but they did a very good job keeping it not. And here's what they did. They essentially made it so if you pay 30 bucks on the cash shop, you would only get 20 mil in game, which is nothing. Absolutely nothing. That is so... What this does too is it allows in-game, you know, people that don't want to spend money, the ability to buy cash shop outfits, which is really, really nice. And the other things they have going for them is that they have these constant events that give you good items over time. As an example here, this dice game, you essentially roll a die, and whatever your space lands on, you get that item. Some of these items can range to 1 mil just from selling it to an NPC, or they can be things to upgrade your gear, or they can be buffs, they can be potions, whatever have you. It's a very good system they have here. And every time you go around the circle, you get something called a memory fragment, which can essentially repair very high level gear. Now, the other thing they have in place is the daily logins. This has been a new thing they added recently, but it's been very successful in what it does. And as long as you log in every day, you will get, you know, the next reward up the list every day. And the higher you go up, the rarer and rarer your loot gets, essentially. I have gotten something called an ogre ring from these login rewards, and is the rarest ring in the game. It gives you a total of 10 AP and is very, very strong for what it is. Now, let's talk about the skill system, because it is the most in-depth skill system I've seen in an MMO to date. So, you essentially have all your stats, your attack speed, your casting speed, your movement speed, your critical chance, your fishing ability, your gathering ability, and luck, right? You have all these different stats, per se. And then you have all these training levels. You have breath, strength, health. You then have resistances. You then have professions. This is where it gets really in-depth. You have a gathering profession, a processing profession, a cooking profession, an alchemy profession, a training profession, a fishing profession, a hunting profession, a trade profession, a farming profession, and the newest one added to the game, the sailing profession, because there are now way better boats out there, or ships, that you can build and then sail out and explore the open world, because just this continent is huge. And then there's also another one that is still being added onto, and there's even a new class coming soon called the Dark Knight that everyone's looking forward to playing. Then you have your titles and your achievement rewards. Now there are tons and tons of these as well. As you can see, you have life ones, fishing ones, combat ones, world exploring ones. There's so many to choose from that you guys will all find your title for your character. Then there is your history, basically showing what you failed on, who killed you, the list goes on and on. There's a bunch of things this thing shows. Then you have your, essentially, hour played reward. So the more hours you play, the higher your rewards go. And at 5,000 hours, you guys will actually receive a cat or dog, depending on what you want. So you do get a free pet in this game over time, but it just takes a while to get there. And then in the game, there's also this thing called loyalties. Loyalties essentially give you the ability to use your login rewards or your loyalty you get 100 every time you log in, and essentially allow you to buy things within the cash shop that will help you in game. Example being an artisan memory, which essentially repairs your gear by 3 times the amount that it would normally repair, which is really useful. Other things being EXP boosts, scrolls, boss scrolls, weight limit, stuff like that. Weight limit takes a lot longer to get, but it is still there and available for you to purchase. To sum it up, Black Desert Online is a game worth playing. It takes many different MMO concepts and makes it into one big open game. It has plenty to see, do, explore, and I have been playing for such a long time and still haven't discovered all it has to offer. It is a game that will last you an extreme amount of time for the price that it is. It is a game that goes above and beyond what an MMO should be. It is a game that has a very, very active player base who is willing to help out anyone new to the game. And it also has players that will kill you on sight, because that's just how things go in this game. It is a very, very unique game in that sense. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this helps you decide whether or not you should play Black Desert. Let me know what you guys want to see. Recommend some games to me. And as always, I will see you guys next time. Peace.